threat actors are increasingly targeting corporate cloud file sharing platforms to steal sensitive business data, with a group known as Zestix now offering stolen information from dozens of organizations for sale on underground forums. This video is sponsored by Stonefly. More on that at the end of the video. The campaign appears to focus on popular enterprise file sharing services, including ShareFile, Nextcloud, and ownCloud, which are widely used to store and exchange internal documents, intellectual property, and customer data. Investigators believe initial access was gained through credentials harvested by information-stealing malware deployed on employee devices. These Infostealers quietly collect usernames and passwords stored in web browsers, messaging applications, and other local data stores. The malware families linked to the activity include RedLine, Lumma, and Vidar. These tools are commonly spread through malvertising campaigns and ClickFix attacks, where users are tricked into running malicious commands or downloading infected files. Once employee credentials are stolen, attackers search specifically for corporate cloud service URLs. If multi-factor authentication is not enabled, the threat actor can log directly into cloud file sharing accounts using valid credentials, bypassing traditional security controls. Researchers say Zestix operates as an initial access broker, selling direct access or exfiltrated data from compromised cloud environments. The targeted organizations span critical sectors, including aviation, defense, healthcare, utilities, mass transit, telecommunications, legal services, real estate, and government. In multiple verified cases, investigators confirmed that employee credentials used to access cloud file sharing platforms were directly traced back to Infostealer infections. These findings were validated by correlating stolen data with metadata, screenshots, and open source intelligence. The volumes of data advertised for sale range from tens of gigabytes to multiple terabytes. Claimed datasets include aircraft maintenance manuals, defense engineering files, customer databases, health records, mass transit schematics, utility infrastructure maps, ISP network configurations, satellite project data, ERP source code, government contracts, and legal documents. If confirmed, exposure of this type of data could enable industrial espionage, large-scale fraud, regulatory violations, and national security risks. Even limited access to internal documentation can provide attackers with detailed insight into operational processes and infrastructure layouts. Researchers also identified additional victims allegedly sold under a different alias, though those cases have not been independently verified. They stress that the broader issue extends beyond individual breaches. According to threat intelligence data, thousands of infected machines across major global organizations were observed, highlighting a systemic failure to enforce basic security hygiene such as endpoint protection, credential hygiene, and mandatory multi-factor authentication. And now a word from our sponsor. Get a Veeam, Rubrik, Commvault immutable and air-gapped backup and disaster recovery appliance for $11,995. Contact sales at stonefly.com for details. Subscribe for more cybersecurity news. Thank you for watching.